Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, it's about 7 o'clock, close to 7 o'clock in the morning. It is August the 30th. It is a Wednesday morning, August the 30th, 2023. I missed a lot of action yesterday. I was gone for most of the day. I had 2 doctor's appointments, and I just was not here to film Steven, and he has not been using the tripod. He's not been using the GoPro, so he hasn't filmed himself, and if I'm not here to film him, then we don't get it on film. As simple as that. So why don't you walk me through and tell me what all I missed yesterday. Tell our viewers what I missed. Oh, look at that. That's looking quite different than when I saw it yesterday. So, obviously you got the radiator back on.
It's not hooked up. It's sitting up there.
Oh, it's not hooked up?
No, I had to, 2 of the bolts that were on the other side to hold the shroud on broke when I took it out. And so I had to drill, instead of drilling out the old hole, I didn't want to go through that. I just drilled a new hole, and so anyway, but it's in the same slot. So anyway, I had to drill some. There's one broken here that I got to fix too.
So you can drill new holes on there and do it that way?
There was one I know there was one broken out here as well, going to the. I think that's it right there. Going to the condenser, the AC condenser. And I spent an hour, almost 2 hours, cleaning this radiator because I know it's the original radiator, but it had heated up on me. The truck heated up when I was climbing out of Salt Lake City, going up into Evanston, Wyoming. You know, that's a long climb through there. She got hot. There was no reason for her to get hot. I was only hauling 6,000 pounds. I knew this radiator had to be plugged up, so I spent some time cleaning it up.
So what's the process of cleaning a radiator? What do you use for that?
Well, mostly air. What happens is bugs get built up in it. You know, bug guts, and it just gets caked up. The dirt, bug guts, and whatever's on the road, it just gets in there and cakes up. So
you took the air blower.
Yeah, for 2 hours I cleaned on it. So when I first started, you couldn't, when you held it up to the light, you couldn't see hardly through it. But I took the air to air off too, so I could clean it really well. So anyway, when you first look into it, you couldn't see through it, but now you can see through it. So.
You mean you can see through these little vent thingies?
Yeah. You can't see through it. The air can't get through it.
Well, that makes sense. So that had to have been a big job with the chain and the forklift. So you had some forklift action going on yesterday.
Yeah.
And you said that you got some bruises.
Yeah, well.
Tell us about that.
At the end of the day, And I was up on top of the forklift because the chain has to be hung. It loses, it bleeds off. And so when it bleeds off, the forks come down. So I put a chain on there to lock it up so it won't come down. Anyway, so I was up there getting that chain off. And it was at the end of the day. My hands were all sweaty and it was a false grip. I gripped and my hand just slipped right out of the glove and I landed right on my butt.
Was the forklift still going when you landed on your bottom?
No.
I mean, like, did it like run off on its own?
No, Rosie, I wasn't climbing on a moving forklift.
Because that could have been even more traumatic.
Yeah, I got a good charge on my battery. It's almost charged up. I tried to fire it up yesterday, but it didn't have no battery, so now I have to wait until I finish this up before I fire it up. So, getting close to the firing process. So that's where we're at. We're close.
Well, today's August the 30th, and you've been home since July 30th.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks of that being home, I was sick, so
Well,
can't say that I was working on it the whole time.
no, of course not. I'm just saying that you have been home officially for a whole month, officially from July 30th to August the 30th. I don't even know if that's been a long time since anything like that's happened, where you've been home for a whole month. Are you still going to try to do the tire thing?
Yeah, I gotta have tires. It's not if I want to not do it, I have to have tires. That's not are you gonna go outside naked?
Well, that's one thing about you, Stephen, is that you always find a way to put something funny in. I've gotten to enjoy your sense of humor and had to learn to adapt to your sense of humor in 20 years.
Yeah, I don't have a choice in the matter. I gotta have tires. I mean, I could drive them for the rest of the summer, but that'd be foolish. There's time to change them. Change them now.
Oh, so tell everybody what you found out yesterday about the increase in the cost of diesel. It went up 55 cents in one day.
Yeah, I saw where Justin said it went up 55 cents overnight down there. And I'm sure it's because of the storm. But, yeah, that's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. Trucking is really not worth it. I know I'm dumping money into my truck because I gotta have my truck ready at all times. If I can't make it, I'll do something else, but this truck has to be ready to go. I mean, even if I take off and drive for somebody else or go work in the factory, whatever, this truck needs to be ready to go, 100% ready to go at all times.
Well, you're missing your buddies this morning. The kitty cats aren't hanging around you. That's unusual.
Oh.
So were they, did they ride on the forklift with you yesterday, the cats?
I don't know about all that.
Well, the cats are awfully attached to you. So this morning is my meeting with my weight loss group, and so this would be a good time to tell everybody my good news. I was at the doctor yesterday, and I weigh 30 pounds less than I did this time last year. I do. I weigh 30 pounds less than I did last August the 29th of last year. So that's pretty exciting, isn't it, Stephen?
Yep, pretty exciting. Oh.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this up on YouTube, and I'm going to get ready to go for the day. I'll have another day of disappearing on you. So,
see my pretty yellow fan there, ladies and gentlemen?
yes, now see, I missed all the excitement of you putting all of that together. Why didn't you get the GoPro up and film that?
My hands were covered in grease.
Yep, the fan is back on.
So yeah, there's a pretty yellow fan. Listen how quiet that was before. It was. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day wherever you are. Hopefully you're making money.
Yeah.
And you're not chasing freight that's not worth hauling. And that's for the people that haul freight. And for the rest of you, have a wonderful day. God bless, and later.